I figured I would do a video update today just because I don't really feel like typing a long update in the forums. It's the Evo. So, this is the Mirage. I haven't really done much to it since I painted it, but I did get out today. I started doing a little bit of wet sanding right there on the top of the firewall. And the only reason I really did that was because it had a little bit more orange peel than I wanted. The rest of it does have some orange peel, but in most of the important areas like the shock towers, it really doesn't look bad at all for an off-the-gun finish. Turned out to be really nice. I mean, you can see some texture in there. I taped off the corners right here because I wanted to get in there and wet sand a little bit, and I didn't want to burn through on the corners. Right there, I'm not going to wet sand that spot. There is actually a minor run that was actually in the base coat, is because I'd never used a paint gun before, and I was trying to figure out all the settings. And anyway, I got a run that I actually sanded between base coats, but I sanded it out the best I could, and then I put another base coat over it, and it turned out pretty nice. So anyway, if you came out here and really looked at it, I mean, there's imperfections in there. The one thing I can say is that my paint booth worked great. There's no trash in it. There's like absolutely no trash in this paint. I really just scuffed this engine bay using the Scotch-Brite pads, and then I went ahead and painted it. And I did a really good job with the Scotch-Brite pads. I mean, it was very... I spent a lot of time doing it and made sure to get every spot. So I know this paint's nice and solid. And of course, I love the color. The rest of the car is going to stay black, but I am definitely keeping that color into the engine bay, and the rest of the car will be more of a conservative look, more of a kind of a sleeper status. But I've got everything for it. I mean, I got the engine sitting over here. Oh, engine, not that one. It's bagged right now because I didn't want any overspray getting on it. That's an Eagle Waseco motor that I got for a really good price. I got it for $400. It was in a guy's Galant VR4 making 650 with a 35R. I'm going to start off with a 16G just because of money. I'm going to put it in, get this car running. And then my eventual plans are to go ahead and build a forward-facing manifold for it with an intercooler kit that'll work with something like a 6466. After painting this engine bay, I really fell in love with painting. So my Evo had a clear coat issue. And so I re-cleared my wing, just the sides. That turned out really nice. So then I decided to re-clear the trunk. And that turned out really nice. So there's actually, I haven't put all the stuff back in. I actually cleared this trunk yesterday. I sanded it down, re-cleared it, and installed it back on the car in the same day and drove it last night. In the process, this little carbon fiber plate right here, I was thinking about, I picked this up cheap, used. It's not perfect. In fact, I actually pulled all the clear coat off this thing, sanded it, and re-cleared it with the leftover clear that I had while I was painting the trunk. But anyway, so plans for the Mirage are to finish sanding out this engine bay. I'm only going to do the top part because that's really just the most visible part, and it actually had some of the worst peel, and I really don't know why because I went heavy on the clear coat. But I'm going to finish that up. I'm going to get a little polisher and polish that. And then I got all my parts. I know this garage looks really disorganized, and it kind of is, but everything's bagged and labeled. All the parts are going to get cleaned and put back on the Mirage. That's going to take a long time. But hopefully I can get everything in. Once I get all the stuff back in the engine bay, drop the engine, the transmission in there, I'll go ahead and run the wiring harness, which is, you can see it back there in the car. Get the wiring harness run. I do have the original seats for this car. They're not on the seats right now because it had some stitching that was messed up that I was going to repair. And I'll probably still do that, but I did in the meantime get a set of Evo 8 seats for it. So I can go ahead and put some Evo seats in there. I think I had to modify the brackets or make something, but that's fine because I got a welder sitting right there. And yeah. Other than that, that's what's going on with the build. Hope you guys enjoy it.